Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Well, my name is Jade, and this is the Creator Rewind interview. And today on the show, we are welcoming back Liz Aday. And we're going to kick off with one of her tracks called Monstrosity. Let's go!
I want them examined immediately.
Very well. There is one more test I can make.
Do anything you want.
My possession. I am single-minded. My obsession is to live forever. Monster, monstrosity. I am a monster, monstrosity. I am a monster, monstrosity. I am a monster, monstrosity. So close those pretty eyes while I got poison mine. I'll infiltrate. There is no escape. It's too late. I got you where I want you. A home for my brain. I'm a monster, monstrosity. I'm a monster, monstrosity. So save your energy for me. My plans are in motion. Monster, monstrosity. Monster, monster, monstrosity. I am a monster, monstrosity. Monster, monster, monstrosity. You are so beautiful, you make a lovely home for me. You are so beautiful, you make a lovely home. I got the brains, you got the looks. We'll make lots of money. And I'll stay as long as you live, as long as you're pretty for me. Monstrosity, 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 monstrosity. Monstrosity.
What? Fuck me! That was insane. Welcome to the show. There is no better than Liz Aday. You know how I feel about Liz Aday. She's my queen. She's everything. She has gotten me out of a hole making music recently, and that is the reason why I have her back on here, because she is incredible, like no other musician I have ever come across. And I'm so lucky because she's my mate, and we get to talk all the time, and we're going to talk today in front of you guys, and you're going to see what we talk about. Well, not all of what we talk about, because that would be rude, wouldn't it? Hey? Oh, sorry, I forgot to do it. That's better, isn't it? Welcome, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. It's Friday morning here. I love doing these interviews. You know, it's a favourite time of the week for me. And when I've got a super guest that I'm in love with, hang on, whoa, calm down. It's even more exciting. So we're going to cut to the chase. That was Monstrosity. What a killer video. What a killer song. So full on, man. So in your face. There just is nobody else like Liz Aday. She is a star. And recently I've had the just absolute privilege to do a collaboration with her. We'll talk about that. But let's get her on here. Let's stop dicking around, because I can see her sitting there all in full colour. We've got her in full colour today, so that's very exciting. Let's do it. Let me unmute her mic and do the crowd applause. Liz Aday. Hello.
Full colour.
Full colour.
Yeah.
We spared no expense on the Technicolor today.
Yeah. Well, I forgot to top up my colour bill. That's good, because that's the way I operate, though. It's my brand.
Yes. How you doing, Liz?
Yeah, good. Better now, sweetheart.
Yeah, here we are.
Look, my mother's here. We got to watch those expletives.
I know. All right. So I'll do that today. No swearing today. That's really hard for an Australian. It's so hard. You know this. You've been in Aussie. How long have you been in Aussie now?
I lost count. Well, I've been living here for over 10 years, but I went and did the Australian citizenship during lockdown.
Did they ask you about Vegemite? Did I ask you this last time?
They didn't, but they asked me about John Farnham.
Yeah, because he's the voice. Try and understand it. Oh, I'm going to get a copyright claim.
Watch it. So Drew's here. Hi, Drew.
Yeah.
And Drew actually collaborated with me on that track.
Themorin?
Right?
Themorin? Is that what he played?
The theremin.
Themorin.
He added that spooky. Yes, he did that in lots of weird Rob Zombie type of stuff. Right, Drew?
Now, folks, I'm using a new comment system today. It's not that you won't see any difference, but it's all new for me. And so hopefully all the emojis are working. There's a Liz Aday emoji in the chat. So if you want to throw that around, if you're a member, you can do that. It only costs $1 to become a member. But we're going to start off with these shows like we do. So now you've already been on here. So if you want to go back and watch that interview, you can go and watch that interview. But today, this is like the rewind is a catch up where we find out what you've been doing since, I think it was early 2024 you were on here. So
March. Yeah,
yes.
2024 in March. Yeah. So it was like a year from the time that I met Digital Drew and Allison 2020, who I think is out there too. Yes. Allison.
We've got a big crowd, and I will say hello to everybody. We normally, I'm lazy. I try and wait for everybody to get here, because there's nothing worse than doing the hellos, the hello gauntlet, and then other people come in, and you've got to. So I'll catch up to you all, say hello to you all. Firstly, but with these shows, I put you in the incredibly uncomfortable position. Incredibly uncomfortable of giving you a minute, and we've got our little buzzer here ready to go.
Oh, no. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Buzz me off.
And you got to give me a minute, an elevator pitch. For those of you who don't know what an elevator pitch is, when you work in the corporate world and you get stuck in the elevator and the CEO is in there with you, and you should have a prepared elevator pitch just to tell that guy why you should keep your job.
Oh, God. I forgot about this. You gave me that. That this was going to happen, and I'm fully unprepared, so I'm going to completely wing it.
The thing is, there is no incorrect answer. All right, are we ready? So I've got to run the horn, and then I'll put the camera on you. Go.
Right. So I've been focused on the writing and production at a very, very quick clip. I've been studying under Digital Drew, as usual. And I've also been collaborating. I'm just talking about what I've been doing over the
Yeah, I don't care. It's your minute, not mine.
Yeah, I'm not trying to keep my job because what is my job?
Exactly.
My job is to try to get more patrons. Thank you. That's my first patron drop to allow me to continue to do what I'm doing, which is so many things. I guess we'll talk about the grant pitches and the vision and everything like this and the aliases. But I am re-emerging into the world of sync, which is soundtrack work. And I had success with that in the 90s, but that wasn't as a solo person. That was under other people. So now, and it's a different world than it was then. Done. Dun, dun, dun.
Well done. I only do it for my own amusement. I just have to have it done to me. But we're going to talk about all that stuff. So I want to talk about me and you. That's how we start off this. How do we find each other, Liz? Do you remember how I did I reach out to you and like hassle you?
You did. You said, and I won't forget this because I was like, why, is anybody apart from my mother and then this handful of people watching this show when I was doing cocktail hour every week?
Yes.
And then you said that you found me through cocktail hour because I thought you found me through Chad the Good.
I was a silent viewer.
Wow, that blew my mind because I was like, well, cool. Because I never had any buddy that wasn't from, watching me on the stage with different shows and mostly Wally and the Beeves, that show. And so I was really surprised that somebody from this country was watching, even silently, at all.
I think, I say this all the time, I think it's an absolute disgrace that you live in this country and nobody has you're not on our radio here, because we have some pretty poo talent in Australia.
There's some great talent.
There's some good talent, yeah, but there's a lot of poo that gets through, unfortunately. And I just think it's, yeah. So, I can't do much, but what I can do is give you a platform as many times as I possibly can, and I'm never going to stop that. That's just what it is. And then we started having phone calls. We had a little bit of a break for a bit too, because, doing YouTube is a nightmare. And there's no time to do anything else. That's what it is. But you continued, you are a workhorse. It blows my mind. I love, not only am I in love with your music and you, right? But I love people with work ethic, yeah? People who just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, even in the face of when's it going to drop, mother effer?
Hi, Mom.
No, I'm doing good.
She's doing good.
So that's how we came about. I had you on the show. You started doing some live streams on YouTube, and then you disappeared for a little bit. And
I don't think I ever came back. No. This is the first time you've been back kind of on YouTube in a really, really long time. Hold on. I did do a few shows, but just a few, but, and then my mixer broke.
Yes.
Oh, I did Kurt Fest.
Yes.
And, the Funk Fest, I did that. And then I did a handful of other shows. Anyway, sorry if you're out there and I was on your show and I'm not saying your name, but just, blame brain fog. It's early.
It is early here in Australia. And I think one of those shows, I gave up my spot so you could play.
It was Frank.
Or was
That
it
was
Frank who did that? Who did
that. I wasn't. I was a co-host. Yeah, wasn't
Right.
it Frank who did that? Yeah, it was. It had to have been Frank. Yeah, because we had
know.
the guest was Red Haven, which is Joel,
Yes.
who introduced me to Drew and Allison and RJ.
Yes. Well, those shows are really good too. I miss those shows so much. I miss the Facebook shows so much. And
Sometimes do myself. Sometimes.
yeah, well, if you haven't seen them, folks, and you're on Facebook, you got to go look them up, because then you just got to join her Patreon and help her get a new mixer so she can do it again. Like, that's it.
Yeah, it's contingent on that. If you want to see my live show again, it's not going to happen until you join my Patreon. So
Yeah, true.
I'm holding you in some. If you care,
If you
then
care.
if you care. If you don't care, that's fine, because we're all cool with nobody cares.
But you've been really busy too. Like, you don't
Yeah.
seem to stop making music. So I'm talking about Patreon. We're going to mention this a few times today, because Patreon's really important for musicians, especially, right? There's a lot of Patrons I'm a part of, and I don't expect anything from, right? So I join up just because I love what that person does. And then there's you, that I love what you do, and you give so much content, so much behind the scenes stuff. Like, it's just bewildering. So what I'm trying to say, folks, is if you join up Liz's Patreon, you're going to get so much back, and so much Liz Aday, and so much of who she is, and struggles, and music, so much music up the wazoo. If you're a music lover, you just got to do it. And so, I think you said to me once on a call, you were like, oh, you actually watch my Patreon posts? I'm like,
I was shocked. I was like, really?
well, there's a lot of them, and I love that, because I want to engage in it. Like, that's why I'm there.
It's so much. It's a big ask, because I feel like I need to turn myself inside out for everybody who cares enough to join up and help be a part of this thing that I'm doing. And so they get like phone. I just send just about everything in the process. From the phone demos where I wake up in the middle of the night and sing a bit that I just dreamt and then come back to, things like that. It's just so much. It's a big ask if you have a live. It's a lot of content.
Yeah, I'm going to put it up here. There it is here. So recent posts. I mean, it's just, previews of videos, of clips, new songs that are coming. I mean, you get so much content. It is just, I love it. I love having look at all the stuff. It's so much. It's wicked, because, it's really hard to find, I think, with Patreon, really hard to find what you're going to give back to people, right? I know I have mine worked out. I'm cool. I do giveaways and master people's music, and that's heaps, right? And everyone always tells me, you charge $1 to master people's music. Yeah, of course, right? It's because it's nothing, but I'd rather be doing something back than just to have people join up for nothing and just get no content. So we're going to mention this a lot today, but we're going to get into, where are we, 22 minutes in. Let's start talking about projects and grants and stuff, because this is something you've been really invested in. And I know myself, for those of you who haven't never invested in a grant, musician's grant, it's a process. And
I cannot. It's just not the side of my brain that I like to use.
It's a process. And it takes months, and it's so many forms and things and bios and proof of what you're doing. And then you can go all the way through for 6 months and then get rejected at the end of it. And tell us about your foray into, firstly, grants. What are you trying to achieve, and how's it been going?
Well, let me start with a positive foot and say that the intention is finally in motion. I've wanted to do the grant process for decades. I've had ideas for shows and big immersive experiences for music and such. So I finally put together on paper something, and I applied for two big ones. Like I asked for the top dog. I mean, big, because something in me was like, come on, you gotta just swing for the stars, and it could happen. It's, better chance than in lotto. I was just talking to myself. But I did the process all on my own, and very little. Although my patrons got to see the videos for the pitches in process, but all the data entry and everything like that I did on my own, and it's just I learned a lot from it, from the two rejections that I got recently. So, I'm not. Am I? I don't think I'm allowed to even say that yet. But I'm not saying the entities, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know what you can and can't say, and
Well, yeah. Well, they did send me emails saying don't mention it publicly, So but I'm not saying who they are or
yes,
what country they're in. So because I'm a dual citizen, so it could be either country, really.
yes. So, but the process is really hardcore. Like, yeah. Like they want to know. It's like a proctology appointment. I felt like when I did them, probably the proctology appointment was a bit more enjoyable.
I'm yet to, so I can't weigh in on that, but have that
Wow.
those experiences.
Does anybody want to offer? No. It's no, but I remember when I did mine. It was we tried to do one to release an album, and I used the whole thing. It was in New South Wales where you are, so and we used the whole trans, and half of my band were Indigenous. So we were doing something for Indigenous and trans people. And we went through the whole process, months and months and months. And then the result came back, and the person who won was a small pub in Queensland, a tiny little pub in a town that has like 150 people. And they were making an album with a stick with beer bottle caps on it. And, and then I gave up music.
Yeah, that's what happens when things like that happen oftentimes. And it was like these rejections were like a kick in the guts. But I remembered Ted Lasso. Thanks, Drew and Joel, for introducing me to that. But Ted Lasso, if you haven't seen that series, anyway, I just took that mindset of, look, I've skinned both knees. I skinned a knee on that one and I skinned a knee on that one, but I'm in the game. My intention is there. I'm doing it. I'm not talking anymore. I'm actually doing it. And I have another grant in process right now. So I'm just going to continue. In fact, there's a local arts council that I found out that I'm going to go for as well. And I'm going to my plan is to do something that has a local theme, because it's for a popular body of water that I live near. I'm not going to say where I live.
No. The cost is not here.
But it's a well-loved area, and I was going to do I'm thinking about a project that has to do with the area. Therefore, maybe I don't know. Gonna try. It's just a harebrained scheme. But I was thinking a small film with I've already got some music for it. And writing it, music is the easy part, everybody. Writing and recording for me is the easy part, but it's just the funding that's the hard part. And the two, the big shows that I was working on, now I've scaled that back to, let's just do a short film and some music. I wanted to do like projections of, the Van Gogh live thing, that. So I wanted to do that, and I was looking into that, and the funding for that, those projectors are so expensive. I wasn't suggesting I buy, but hire. And I wanted to do this big venue that I saw Colin Hay at. It's a good venue near where I live. And I just shot for the full $100,000 package. But, good for me for getting out of my lack, and thinking, I could do that. I could do that.
The thing is, it's like anything. You don't know unless you just throw it out there. Like, It's same. I interviewed Venus Theory here on this very channel, and
Yeah,
threw
I watched that
threw a
show.
bunch of lines out, and somebody's going to answer at some point. It's hard, isn't it? Though, when you get rejected from stuff, it smashes you because you're a musician,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
we're fragile.
Yeah. But I explained that process to my patrons along the way and said, oh my goodness, I'm going to find out any day. I could find out today the results of this one and my first one, and I'm the $100,000 one. And I'm like, I am feeling lots of emotions, and it was a rainy day, and I had the camera, showing outside my window with the rain. I'm like, that's how I feel right now. I'm just crying, and I'm going, I could get this, or I didn't want all my eggs in that basket, but you guys, they went there. I've got my eggs in that basket, and it's about to, happen. And I was just as scared about getting a congratulations as I was about getting a. So I talk about personal things like that, too, but I don't share outside. I mean, except for right now, because anyway, it's a pretty.
And that's the thing too. When you put all these things out, I know what my biggest fear is. So two of them with stuff like that. You put all these fishing lines out there, and then you get one back, and then you've got to follow through.
Yeah, that was like that low key had me going, oh my God, I'm a fraud. Oh my God,
Yeah.
They're gonna figure it out, But like we were saying before the show, I don't know what it was that made me remember. We were talking about something random, and I said I know this one fella said to me a long time ago, get the gig, then worry about the details. And I've always had that in my mind, when it comes to show business, just get the gig and then do it.
Yeah, it's so true. Like we were talking about the guitar I got recently. Hey, I'm going to fucking pay for it.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's the thing, but it's the same thing with the band I've joined recently. Like it's so outrageous, and there's so much I have to know for it. And now it's like I just got to do it. You just got to, like, I don't know how, but we're going to do it, aren't we?
It's those leaps of faith, those acts of intention, those acts of bravery. Like it's something about it is really empowering, and it puts skin in the game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what other? Let's play a song. Now you have today sent me 3 premieres, folks.
Because I've been so not YouTube or video oriented, because I've been writing, producing, learning, collaborating, meeting people, taking opportunities for sweat equity that could turn into something massive, not just the grants, but also networking. I've been meeting and working with some heavy hitters in the world of soundtrack. So it's pretty cool, but I just haven't had time. And plus, just going through like, YouTube doesn't care about.
Yeah.
It's all good.
They're
not going to miss me.
It hates musicians.
Yeah, I'm like, they're not going to miss me. I'll put up a reel once in a while. Plus, I've gone through, I lost a family member that probably one of the last times that I showed myself, I was talking about getting back to America so that I could see my sister-in-law off, because she was quite ill. And she did depart in July. So that's been emotional, and my focus has been on family and this and even anyway. So, and then there's the grief, and I'm like, what am I going to do with that? Well, right.
Yeah.
And I just haven't felt camera ready.
Yeah. Hey, look, I absolutely hear you. It's really hard to sit in front of a camera every day, especially when you've got shit going on and you got to go, hi, I'm okay.
I know. Yeah, I've certainly been there. I used it as a coping mechanism during COVID, and a way to connect with the family that I was unable to be with, because I had another member of the family that was departing the earth from cancer that happened in 2020, and so, but I just hid. I coped, and I helped other people deal, and I I created cocktail hour as a way to connect with, Mom and Papa Don and the rest of my family. And then it just continued on through Rochelle's cancer. So,
I'm so sorry to, all this. It sucks,
It does.
Why can't we just live forever? AI?
Well, why, I'm so angry at cancer right now.
Yeah.
It's just the worst. Well, it's bad.
Let's play a song. This is a premiere. This is individuality. We'll talk about it when we come back.
Okay.
I haven't seen any of the premieres today. I intentionally
you didn't see the hot pants.
I intentionally wanted to make it special for me as well too.
Oh, that's fun.
I just clicked on them and hit like, and then that's it. All right, so let's do it. Are you ready? I'm sure this is going to be sick. I'm pumped. Let's go.
This one is, it's not that good.
Let's do it. Let's go, baby.
All right, here we go.
Oh, yes, I am what I am. Nothing more, nothing less. You can take it or leave it. You get what you see with me and my unique individuality. I walk to the rhythm of my own beat. I get a little bit wild and a whole lot uniquely me. I am what I am. Nothing more, nothing less. And you can take it or leave it. You get what you say with me unapologetically. It's my individuality. I won't dial it down or sell myself out. Hold my head up high, proud. I live out loud. I am what I am. Nothing more, nothing less. What you say is what you get. What you say is what you get. Authentically. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My individuality. No, 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 no. Oh, individuality. No, 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 no. Individuality. No, 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 no. Yeah. Individuality. Maybe you be you. Maybe you can let me be me. Respect one another's individuality. You are you. I am what I am. Uniquely. We can be living free in our individuality. Na, 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 na. And we are what we are. Everyone, someone unique. Celebrating our freedom. Freedom to be. You and me. Everyone live free. Oh, individuality. 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 Individuality.
Hello.
That's Dixie Cups.
That was fucking sick.
Oh, it's okay. Mother said that it's all right to she's okay with it actually. I mean, well, she said as long as it's about cancer.
All right. Well, I said the word
No.
sick. So,
It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good. She's heard worse from me, really. I'm sorry, Mother.
Wow, 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 wow.
What do I say? That somebody said I did look at the chat during that song, and somebody said something about an artist IOTA.
Iota.
Yeah, I'm like not even hip to that. I was like, what is that? So I had to look it up. I was like, oh, okay. Because I thought it was a.
You will
Sorry?
love him. You will love
Okay.
him. He's from Sydney. I've actually interviewed him on here. He's such a unique artist. He's so like nobody else.
Well, I see a bunny suit and I'm invested
Yeah,
already.
and he was in Mad Max. He played the role of a demon on the front of a truck playing electric guitar. It's anyway. He's so talented. He played he's
Let
done.
me put that.
He did Rocky Horror as well. He played Frankenfurter, Hedwig. He's amazing. He's won BAFTA awards and yeah,
I'm a fangirl and I've not even heard the music yet. So thanks.
Yeah.
But don't let me somebody send me a link because I want
I will.
not forget.
I will. I'll look after
Now, I just wanted to talk about that song
Yes.
firstly. I have vocal cord paralysis, and that song was like when I sang. That was a brief for sync, and when I got to do those belty notes, I was like, I think that vocal cord paralysis, and I'm not recovered from it. I'm coping with it. Okay, so that was a big milestone for me to have the freedom to fall into that. Not that I couldn't do belt notes before. There was something about going back to my roots and not taking it for granted and being like, I can sing, But now I was like fighting for my voice, So I'm like, it made me grow as a singer. And that was and the reason that I asked about iota was that I thought it was a typo for Odetta, which is who the song was inspired by. And an artist from a song specifically from 1970 called Hit or Miss. And that was a sync brief for a soundtrack. They're looking for, songs in the vibe of this song. And I'm like, every time I get a brief, I put myself behind it as a forward facing artist is what they call it. Does it mean I'm trying to pretend like I'm 25? I'm talking about, a forward facing artist is somebody who makes the music, puts it out, releases it, and, could even sit down and do a show if the opportunity was right. I'm not talking about doing pubs anymore. I won't do it, except for, some good friends of mine. But
I would travel to New South Wales to see you if you were playing live. I don't give a shit. I'd be there.
I want to do that big theater show though. I mean, that's my, like the grant thing. I want to do that real bad. But in the meantime, every now and then I'll get a call from my old buddy from the duo. And, because I had to quit, doing those covers and everything like that a long time ago when I lost my voice and I couldn't even talk. So that was hard because I enjoyed it. And, but I just recently did one like last year. And anyway, it's just like, I'm focusing on leveling up into a different situation for the live thing.
It blows my mind because when you came on the show the first time, we talked about your voice and all of that, and when I hear you sing, I just go, wow, like you're just my favorite female artist. That I'm fangirling like a bitch. I don't give a shit, even though I'm friends with you. That's just how it is. We're going to say hello to everybody here. Let's do the hello. So please, folks, help me out and type something, anything, even if it is that, just so I can find you. We've got Ed Zielinski in the house, Thomas Christ, posted links. Thank you, as always, Thomas, Jenny Jolivet, Cold Acre, Forest of the Wolf. We've also got Allison, who's here, Diana, who's here. We've got Joe Glenn. We've got Barry Glenn. Happy birthday to Barry Glenn. Happy birthday. I didn't get to say it on stream. Barry Glenn, he's turned 21. Can you believe it? 21. Unbelievable. Good on you, Barry. Doug Kidder's in the house. Tremor Bear's in the house. We've got Dave Bops. And yes, I know they've changed all the handles back on YouTube, and I told you it was coming. Russ8889 JDL is in the house as well. I'm able to see quite a few people. This is good, this new chat layout. I said Jenny. Forest of the Wolf, hello to you. Jerry Gomes, g'day. Of course, Drew. I can't find you in here, but I know Drew's here because he's commented heaps. Oh, wow, I'm getting heaps of comments here. Well, this is cool. I'll scroll back down to the bottom, see if anyone else has said anything that I've missed. Anyone else? Capsulam. Hello, Capsulam. Mwah. Good to see you. Studio 6+1. Hello. Kim Hudden Hudson. Husband and I throw a cozy blanket. Woohoo! Kim, we love you and husband. Always amazing to see you, Kim. And I think I got most of you. If I've missed you, I will double back. I'll double back. Sync licensing. Tell us. You're still doing it.
Yes, I mean, yes, that's been my intention. It's not all my eggs in the basket because it is hard work and sweat equity and just a constantly working on prolifically putting out large amounts of music. And my patrons know how much I'm doing and what's going on that's not being released yet.
Can you explain to people what sync licensing is? Because there's a lot of musicians who probably don't have any idea.
It's essentially the easiest way to say it is soundtrack, licensing a song music for soundtracks. And nowadays it's like all manner of soundtracks, you know, not just, of course, I'm shooting for film and TV shows. There's commercials, there's video games, there's social media, there's, you know, there's all sorts of, you know, I'm sure Drew can weigh in on this because, you know, he's been he's done sync as well. And, you know, he's done the same course as I have. And so, yeah, that's essentially it.
You make it sound so easy.
Well, it's a lot of networking. It's hard if you're a complete weirdo shut-in like I am on a shoestring budget, like a hermit. It's hard to get out and go to the conferences and meet people, and you know, with social anxiety. But I have managed to not only meet, like that last song was a collaboration with the great David Asher from America, and that I met through the sync project that I'm on. That is my sync agents project, doing, you know, writing, producing, playing guitar for. I'm a part of this big whole thing for his album for sync licensing and other. I do have a song that I did for him that is not necessarily going to be pitched for sync. I think it would work in a movie about American politics right now. So it kind of shook out. It's not a ad-friendly theme, but it's a little bit political. So a little bit, it's all political completely. So anyway, that's exciting. And then I've got other songs that are, you know, in the mix that are in the holding pattern with a bunch of other artists. And it just so happens that there's another female artist that is Australian. She lives in Tasmania. So I just met her yesterday for coffee on Zoom or Facebook video call.
And Drew says here, the best thing you can do is write heaps for sync because your song library continues to grow. Whatever doesn't get accepted by one can get accepted by another. And yeah, it's a great way as a musician too to keep your brain active making music. You know, because we don't always have all the ideas in the world for a fucking new song. And, you know, this is because you don't know what's going to come out of. I'm sure lots of people who watch this channel use iOS and they've got a GarageBand or a Logic on their iPad, and it's full of those projects called Song 35. And that possibly could be used for, you know, I have heaps of them. I go through this song 123. I don't even know what it is. It's something I made at some point and then never went back to it. And a lot of this stuff can be used absolutely for that. See you later, Cold Acre. We've got to say hello. Brad Examples here as well. Hello, Bradley.
Hey, Brad.
You doing okay, Bradley? Everybody give Bradley a hug. Bradley needs a hug today.
And see you, Cold.
See you, Coldy. Chilly, but goodbye. Let's talk stuff. Let's talk mental health.
Yeah.
Because it's a subject I like to talk about here on this channel, and I know it's a subject dear to your heart because the world is
well, rough. I mean, life is never like completely tulips and roses and idealistic, and then but it's a mix. You're gonna get the whole thing. It's you can't just have one. It can't always be pudding. You have to have the thing you don't want to eat. It's got to be the whole experience, and you have to be ready for it. But there are things that it's a matter of how you navigate it. And look, it like the whole "it's okay to not be okay" thing. That's a part of our experience as humans, and I use it for my work. I used to, a lot of times, because I've been diagnosed with things since as long as I can remember, and showed symptoms of issues of being really unhappy from really early on, and not because I think that's just the way I am. I'm a very sensitive person, and that is part of what makes me a prolific artist. So I've just got to embrace the whole thing, but it is hard, and you got to ask for help.
Yes.
Sometime when you're on the edge. And I've actually reached out to you, and I've reached out to Allison and Drew and my mother and other people that are really close to me. So it's just it's okay. It's okay to ask for help.
Yeah, and talking about it is okay too. Like because if we don't, we will get stuck in this this anti-woke. I never understand this bullshit that is going on in this world at the moment of like, you're showing your feelings and it's all woke, and it's like, you do realize we're more than just blood, bag of water with bones. Emotions.
And money. I'm sorry.
Money, yes. Money's important too because
take it with you. You cannot.
Exactly.
I mean, it does help keep the lights on and everything like that, and but it's like, it's not everything.
Yeah, but our emotions are something you can't bottle emotions. You can't push them down. Like, this is why we have so many fucked up people in the world from doing that. Like,
it'll manifest physically too. It'll make you sick.
Yes.
It'll give you cancer.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying that's the reason for everybody's cancer, but it'll make you sick. I've been physically sick from holding it in and being stoic and trying to masking. I think that's part of why I'm a performer too, from masking. As recovering people pleaser. I just here we are.
The difference is, right, and look, Dave Bob says here, you can't be an artist and not feel. And this is true. And this is why Kid Rock sucks. It's true. Like, yes. We like no more Kid Rock jokes. But it's true. Kid Rock has about as much feeling as, an amputee's hand. It's not there. It's
phantom pains.
Yeah, like it's all just anger in this, like, I'm not gonna, and when you listen to him, you go, I don't feel any of this. This is just shit. And he's on this whole anti-woke, and there's a whole lot of these people, and he's shitting in his own mouth. It's so ridiculous. An artist, saying, don't feel anything. It's like, what is wrong with you? It's some of the most important songs in all of our lives are the songs that made us emote.
Right. Yeah. I agree. Music without feel. It's okay. It's like when I was teaching, I would say to my students, it's like, okay, that is technically on. However, it's just lacking emotion. So can we tap into some, some emotions? Because I'll tell you what, I will take somebody who has emotion and vibe over and good work ethic and chill over somebody with chops all day long, and somebody who can, or that like a technician like nailing it technically. I would take the guy who plays, or whomever who plays just a few chords, but can really mean it. That's way more important to me.
Yeah, totally. Like I went and saw Ingvar Malmsteen here in Australia, and somebody gave me a ticket. I wouldn't pay for that. But when I got there, it was just him sitting on a stool on stage and just going diddler, 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 diddler. And it was like, I could only take 15 minutes and I had to leave. Like it's
Not everybody's bag. Yeah, it's just like, wow, it's technical fun. It's like, wow, that's technically amazing.
Yeah.
But when you get the ones that are the balance of both, get out. Like some of these YouTube kids are like TikTok, like I'm just like blown away at some of the things I've seen recently. With that balance of both, but yeah, vibe and heart over.
Yeah, it's the reason Kurt Cobain changed an entire music out. Like music works in kind of decades. It feels like, and the '80s was this whole vibe, synths and bright colors and feather boas, and it was all cocaine, and then it was like one artist came along and released a song that hit mainstream. And the entire music industry followed one person. Why? Because there was this desperation, there was this pain, and you can't manufacture that. You can't do that's lived life.
Yeah.
I got no money. I'm on drugs. It's all these things.
Yeah, that's the way. It's that struggle that I was just talking to Allison about this actually. That the bumpy roads do deepen our souls, and that we can, if we choose to, be switched on enough to use it in our art, and we can look back and be like, when things aren't as bumpy, let's say maybe a big upgrade where you're not worrying about how you're going to pay your rent or buy your groceries and pay the bills, things like that. Fix your mixer. You'll probably look back on the bumpy days and go, oh, remember that struggle, remember that seemingly like unending bucket of passion and hunger, and remember those days, and then just writing that stuff and being in that stuff. I look forward to that.
Normally on this show, I will put out there and say, hey guys, if you want to super chat or super sticker this show or support me here today, you can do so. Today I'm asking you not to do that. If you're thinking about it, or I'm prompting you right now, can you please instead go over and sign up to Liz Aday, even if it's just for a month, right, on her Patreon. The link is in the description, because we're going to talk about finances and stuff like that too. And we're going deep today because it's tough, man. The world is really tough at the moment, and we have an orange psychopath in power in America who's just beyond ridiculous. He doesn't deserve any energy, and for some reason is making all of our lives even harder to live. And you escaped from that place. I say escaped.
Before it was cool too.
Yeah.
Although the medical system was broken, my entire American experience. And I've seen it take people who had great educations, really, really on the straight and narrow, good, like I knew, like my Rochelle, she was a good girl, an A+ student, and really dedicated. She had a great job, a career, because she went to school and she got the degrees to do the thing that she wanted to do. And she worked at a, big hospital doing what she wanted to do. And then she got cancer. And then she was doing government cheese stuff. It eroded her. And then that happened to her father too. I mean, people with America needs help. It's needed help for a long time. But anyway.
No, it's true. When I lived there, I was shocked. I was shocked watching my friend who fucked her knee up and literally could not go to the doctors and pulled out a knife and cut her own knee open to try and dig around to see what was wrong. And I'm just like, what? Am I even a fucking third world country right now? Because that's the veneer. That's the thing that I think at the moment. Like, America is a third world country parading as a Western civilized country. If there's no healthcare, like, you know, we are very lucky here.
I will never, ever get over my gratitude every time something's bulk billed, or even when I
Yes.
see the specialist who finally diagnosed me on my journey that finally, you know, because it took a while to get the diagnosis. You know, when you have something weird happen, you know, the drill, it's like you see, you know, you're fine, it's all in your head, you know. It's like, you're an enigma, whatever. I mean, like, and then you find the one, and it was affordable. You know, it wasn't going to ruin me. Like, you know, and I got a rebate, you know, Medicaid.
I know, right?
It's just, I cry sometimes, you know, when I'm in, and I'm just like, thank you, you know, thank you. I love this country. I'm so blessed to be, you know, here. And it's the number two reason that I choose to live here as a dual citizen. Yeah, is the medical. It's sensible. It's not perfect.
No.
Australia isn't perfect, but it's well better than America's healthcare system.
Yeah, I've had multiple CT scans lately, you know, for issues I'm having, and one of them, I had an ECG that cost me $200, and I paid it. And the next day I got back $190. I was like, wow! But an ECG, just even an ECG in America, it's like well over $1,000. Like, what?
My medicine because I have chronic migraines, and it's debilitating. And before we got the neurology and Starr to a prevention thing that we finally got to, it took years, but we finally figured out what will give me a quality of life that I was lacking here in Australia. When I was in America for an extended visit, I got there's a thing called Maxalt. For all of those of you who know migraines, you know the triptans that you take when you feel one coming on. You get the flashing lights or whatever your symptoms are. I get everything, like not the stomach, but I get the auras and the dizzy. I get the vestibular. I get them all. Mostly, but yeah, those cost, like, for 2 tablets in America, it was like $500-600, which was astounding. And because I'd taken as many as I was allowed to travel with, because I knew that I was going to need them, and I ate them all while I was there, and I wasn't even done with my trip. So my girlfriend shouted me a trip to the clinic, which was a couple $100, and it was a bit of American dollars, so you know how crushing that is to the Australian.
Yeah, the Australian dollars, was that $1 million?
yeah, it's a bit more. Oh, so anyway, but yeah, I was shocked.
The reason we're talking about this, folks, and I don't hope you think we're getting all political, is because this comes into being a musician, yeah, and the struggle of all this stuff on top of, because like we've even been seeing it here on YouTube. A lot of our dear friends who are here right now in this very chat have been dealing with a lot of health issues, and this stuff compounds hard on, like, you've got to make music, and how can you even afford to make music if you've got to spend money on this dog shit? This should be a right. We have the technology. You know, we have the fucking technology. It shouldn't cost this much. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's a little out of hand in the States there. But funnily enough, oddly enough, I mean, speaking of medicines being really expensive, the medicine that I take to control my migraines is an injection that I only have to take once a month. Some people have to take twice. But it costs like over $1,000 a pop for these injections. So for the people who have to do it twice, that's like over $2,000. It's a lot of money. But guess what? Right before we discovered that this was going to work with me, it got covered under the PBS. So it costs like what, $7? How many cents
Yeah, I know.
a month
Yeah.
instead of 1,000 bucks.
Yes, it's amazing. I agree with you. We're so lucky to live in Australia. I get told, hey, you got to take this medication. I go and pick up the medication. It's like, really? It's $7? Is that it?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, sure. No
Doesn't
problem.
ruin your
I can afford that, just barely, but we're good.
right.
We're going to play another song, and then we're going to talk about how this came about. This is, you've done a collaboration with Russ8889 and VERO for an album that's coming out very, very soon for the artist cat named Vienna. I heard this and was just blown away. Let's play it and let it speak for itself. It's bloody incredible. The clip's sick. The music's sick. This is just unbelievable. This is What's in Your Head, a cat named Vienna featuring Liz Aday. Let's do it. Let's oge a baby oja.
If a tall, tall tree falls, if a heart breaks, if the dream that dies unrealized, hey, what's it gonna take? Distraction, satiated, adequately staying out of trouble. Under the radar, killing time while navigating, looking in the mirror. How do you go with those shadows? What's in your head when you shut your eyes at night? Where do you go when you sleep? What's in your head? Can you rest? What goes on in there? Are we the humanity, the hypocrisy, and up is down, science denied, books burning, children needing medical attention, daddy, mommy working 4 jobs, yet they can barely afford to starve. And yet some people say that they're lazy, that they should work even harder. Are you crazy? The sick get sicker, the rich get richer. How much is enough? Too much. What's it gonna take? Desperation, people erased, conveniently redacted. Oh, it's a clear picture to us survivors, gaslighters, and perpetrators. Twisted reality. What's in your head? Can you really look in a mirror? I wonder, have you got a heart? And is there anything in there? If so, that cares for anything that your adulation and precious money. I'll tell you something, you can't take it with ya. What goes up must come down. One day, every single soul meets the day where we go, wherever we go. What's in your head? What's in your head? Weigh your money by your way through the eye of the needle. No, you can't take it with you. So, where do you go? Where do you go? Open your mind, Scania, open your eyes. It's a thin line between complacency and complicity. Where do you go? You can't take your money to erase your story. So where do you go?
Damn.
I love the way they made me look so beautiful.
You are
and
beautiful.
young. Oh no, that girl. I was just like that whole Hollywood 2025 AI thing. I'm like, jeez. Okay.
That was going to be my question. What's it feel like seeing yourself as an AI represented character?
Who's that? I was like, I do recognize the bangs, which is a sign of when I'm not mentally well. It's like, you cut your bangs. That's what you do. When you're having a breakdown, cut bangs. And then you're like, oh no, they're so short. But anyway, I wanted to talk about something Brad said.
Yes, he's been on this for a day.
Yeah, Brad, you're so right about that 33 years thing. I have a song called WELP. July 2025, that is just dry facts. People get angry because you're throwing, like, that song was a bit like letting it out, but it's just dry facts about the money in America and what it could do, and what it, essentially what I'm saying is what it isn't, and just the imbalance and everything. So but yeah, you haven't. It's called WELP, WELP. In July 2025, which is similar to what you've just said, Brad.
People don't even get me started.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. So with that video clip, Vero's partner, he makes the videos for Vero, and he is so damn I would love to get Vero on this show. It's
me too. Oh my gosh, can I co-host?
Such a fascinating artist, and Russ, of course, who's behind that. Now, I heard the original to that, and we're getting into this territory now about how you work, because holy shit, I had the pleasure of working with you and seeing how you work. Now, so they sent you this song, and like Russ said, the pleasure of working with you is just, and Russ has been looking for a vocalist for such a long time, and there you are. I know for him too. It's true. I'm exactly the same, that you took the time out to work with my music, but you take music, and when you get it back, it's something else completely. And tell us that process of going through that, how you hear this completely different reimagination of what is given to you, which is basically a finished song.
I like to, because I have a theory that I've spent so many years doing the dismantling of covers to keep myself amused while feeding that kind of a gig, that will, the cover gigs, how that, you do the cover gigs, you can live off of that. You know what I mean? But so many years taking cover songs and then doing my own thing to them that's where I just strip it back and then do, reharms and reimagines, change the tempo, change the feel, change the key, change the vibe, change the melody, even, you know what I mean, to a degree. So what I like, maybe I'm going to attribute some of it to that discipline, but I just like to take music and strip it down to the bare bones, and then just see what it says, And so I just kind of chase it and see what it says.
By the way, you're sounding more and more Aussie every time I speak to you. So
I thought I was sounding kind of, American, especially when you said grant. Yeah, because I don't say that. I said grant. I don't know. Somewhere in between. I'm just.
I say
I'm a
grant.
weirdo.
Grant.
I thought you said it wasn't grant. It was more of a. It was around. It was rounder. I'm overemphasizing it, but I noticed it. I was like, oh, it's not tomato. It's tomato. It's tomato.
Do you think you're a control freak with music?
Yes, but I'm a nice one. I care. Like ask Allison. We work like in a really emotional situations. Like we're working on a song right now that is important. It's important to us because we love. It's an ode. I'm going to tell them. It's an ode to Dolly Parton and it's not a cover, but it's a song about her and what she means and how if the world would just be like her, we wouldn't have any problems. And it's just a whimsical, but it's also very meaningful. So, we've had some impact. And it's just like, and I'm like, how hard are you going to fight for this? I mean, like, okay. It's like the Gene Wilder thing with Mel Brooks when they were doing Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
And Gene Wilder wanted that tap dance thing that turned out to be the most memorable thing that everybody talks about from that movie. And Mel was like, no, it's stupid, and then Gene Wilder went mental off, and he was like, okay, it's in. I just wanted to see how hard you would fight for it,
Russ says Lizify should be a word.
It is. It has been in my world for a long, long time.
It should be in the dictionary. Look, I'm a control freak. I admit it, right? I do these live streams when I'm making a song and I get people come in the chat and they're like, you should do this. And I have to always say, thank you for your comment, but I already know where I'm going, right? I know. And it's my song. And I'm just showing you my process. But in saying that, after I already think the absolute earth of you. But after hearing what you did to Russ's song, and it came to Songtember this year, I was, and you've done there's other songs on that album that you're on as well too. You wait till you hear this album. It's like, the Cat Named Vienna album is insane, right? So good. But so it got me thinking for Songtember this year, I had this song that I'd been working on, and I was supposed to do it with Viv Sparrow, and she disappeared. And then this year I thought, I'm going to send it to Liz. And I was scared shitless, not of what you were going to do to it, of me letting control go.
Okay, well, you were just like, do it. You didn't give me any barriers at all. So you didn't show it at all.
Because I knew, like me and Russ talked about it before I sent the song. I knew I had to do that because what I was going to get back was going to fucking be completely different. And I'm going to say it, that experience was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had making music.
Oh, stop.
Right? Oh. Because like I actually grew from it. And when you grow from a song, it's even better than like having people tell you that it's a good song, because you got something that's going to be long lasting for you and be better for your future music. And the other thing that I got from it, I'd been in a hole making music for well over a year. I was struggling so much to make music because YouTube had taken over. But being able to release that and give that to you and let you have just, since then I've created so much music. I don't think you understand how much you gave to me, much more than a song. The experience was incredible. I'm going to show you guys in case you haven't seen it. Most people have followed the journey of it. If I can even find the song, Songtember 2024. This was the original song. right? So it was like this jazz song. It had no direction whatsoever. All it had was chords and a vocal melody, pretty much. And it was meant to be this jazz. Of course, it's been uploaded to the cloud. I'm not going to download it. Thanks, Apple, for doing that. But yeah, and when I sent it to you, the first thing that you sent back to me, I was like, what?
Well, I was a little bit nervous because I'm like, we hadn't worked together like this. And I was just like, yeah, it's okay. Because I did, and I think what I said, because I chased it, I just listened to your vocal isolated and I just took everything away. I'm like, what's it telling me? And I suddenly heard something so different. And part of me was like, okay, it's a jazz, lots of jazz changes, and I could easily do, like, I went and did like the predictable thing, because I am known for my jazzification, the Lizifying of covers. If you've watched any cocktail hour shows, anyway, that was sort of my shtick, the postmodern jukebox kind of meets like Lucille Ball and like Mommy Dearest or something, anyway, I started doing like this dirty bossa nova groove that I think Drew gave me, actually, one of those dirty things. And I just stopped and I pulled it back. I'm like, it's so predictable. That's so predictable. People think, oh, atomic era Liz, jazz song. What's she going to do? She's going to do a jazz song. And I'm like, nah. Just listen to the vocals. What does it make you feel? How are you going to support that? And I just suddenly felt 1979, this like sunburst kind of like roller skating, rock pop thing. And it just happened. And then I wrote to you, I was like, it's not a jazz song anymore.
Here it is. So I've got it loaded here. Let's play a bit of it. And you may notice I reused this at the start. There's something inside of me and you we can't control, even if we choose. It's something more complex than a mood. I cannot explain, just take a walk in my shoes. There's something. Anyway, you get the idea. So it was completely something else. And this was the thing. I needed to let go for once and let that go to you. I really, really needed to. And it's helped me now, because I think I'm in like 4 collaborations. I never do collaborations, but it's so helped. So I can't even thank you enough. And while we're on this, I'm just going to play what you gave back to me. And then we'll talk about the whole process. Let's cue this up, because I'm just going to say it now. This song, to me, I've been making music for 40 years. And this is the best song I think I've ever released. And it's not even released yet.
My goodness.
It's not even out yet. And there's a reason for that. The only place you can get this, folks, is on Liz's Bandcamp at this point. Because it's going on the Cancer album for US that Russ is doing. So we're putting it on there. And once it's on there and it's had some time, then I'll officially release it on my streaming service and all that kind of stuff. But let's play it. This is called Got It. It's the proudest song I've ever been a part of. So let's do it right now. Let's, baby. Complex and a mood. I cannot
I love it. It's such a vibe.
It's so joyful. Like,
Mm.
yeah, that was the point too. You know, originally I wrote it for Viv Sparrow because she was going through confidence issues, and then she kind of disappeared, and then it was like, who else could I get to? I know.
I forgot to do the dun dun dun. Good thing. Is that not working tonight?
I can't
I love
do
the smoky eye, by the way. Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Look,
you.
it makes me so happy to be able to have a song that's very joyful, like, because I can be a bit melancholy. And
Same.
and people have said B-52s, and I'll tell you, there's a story behind that. When I first joined this school music course, I signed up as a guitarist, and I didn't know what I was doing. And the first song we had to learn was Love Shack. And I literally stood there in the school band with my guitar turned down, pretending to play the chords. And the teacher went, "There's somebody with their volume down." And I was like, oh no, I've been discovered. And interestingly enough, the singer of the band left the next day and never came back. And the teacher was like, "Is there anyone who can sing here?" And I was like, "I sing in a metal band." And the first song I had to learn in that band was Love Shack. And, you know, I'm a massive B-52s fan. So
Same.
for someone to say that is like, oh, my beating heart.
That's nice. I do appreciate when one of those kinds of compliments comes through. You know, some of them aren't so great. You know, you're like, oh, really? But I'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah, you made that
So
song
versatile, by
incredible.
the way. I mean, metal and the things that you do is just like from, you know, that angry cookie monster to, you know, like the, you know, B-52s, big belty show tunes, you know, all in between. I love the way that you can just go from character to character.
Thank you. I love working with you, and hopefully we're gonna like do more. And you know, there's definitely some stuff that's gonna come further from it.
Always a yes for you, darling.
Yes, always for you too. So, what a love in this has been. So look, the process for me of that song was like, you did the video clip, and I remember when you were sending back parts of the video clip, and you're like, should we put ourselves in it? And I was just like, you have done already way too much work. Let's just put it out as that is with those clips. It's very simple. And I didn't want the video clip to take away from the song because the song's so good to me. So, but the clip works so well because it's just a bunch of random footage. It's so good.
It's actual home movies from
Yes.
like a public domain library. I do notice, and I'm not calling anybody out, I've done it myself, but when I discovered Plexels,
Pexels, ugh.
why can't I remember that?
Because it's shit.
Well, there's some good stuff on there, but if I'm going to use something like that, I'm going to like tweak it in a way that like crop it and use it as like the transparency, you know, but I mean, because I see a lot of people using it and I'm like, oh, I don't want it to, oh, that was in this. And then, you know what I mean? So I just went, let's look at the public domain library and see some real actual home movies. And I like the way that it laid in there. And then when I showed it to you, I'm like, it's, you know, I think you said it was so daggy.
Yeah.
I love that about it, that it's super daggy.
It is very daggy. I love daggy. Daggy's great.
Me too. Yeah.
It's
the vibe.
It's interesting with I thought this would load, but it's actually not loading. Hang on. Oh, with video, you talk about just putting together video clips with just clips. Yeah, I think I see this a lot in this community. And I know there's a pressure to put out a song every week because there's shows that play everybody's songs every week and stuff like that. And sometimes I just think, you know, hey, if you took a little bit more time on that project and spent maybe another 2 or 3 weeks with the video clips, making it your own, it would be even better. Nobody's going to forget you. You know?
You don't have to take that long. You can be like me and be a complete weirdo. And people like my husband's just like, oh God, she's down on the ground filming bugs again. You know, it's just like, I have to stop. Sorry. There's a dead fish with flies on it, you know? and you know, I use that for things. I actually use I have so much. And that's another thing my patrons pay for is the bloody cloud. I just had to upgrade. So I just have so much content, but it isn't that hard to do, fry an egg and put that over your song. Like the individuality, I know it's not like an end all be all video or anything at all, but it's interesting because it's a top to tail experience of a car wash. It's like, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm doing the same at the moment. So I released during September, I did the Metheus track, and I haven't released it anywhere yet. Why? Because I'm working on a video clip, and like it's not just a video clip. I've filmed myself in all my character costumes, and there's all this shit that's in it, like
Wow.
wearing my bondage outfit and all this stuff, So this stuff takes time. Look at this. There's even me in a gimp suit with a machine gun.
Wow.
And this shit takes it takes time to do this stuff if you want to make it look sick instead of just a bunch of random clips. Even just see that machine gun fire in there coming out the end of the gun. That took like a day to do.
Wow. So yeah, you're way over what I do. I'm just like, we'll go to an anthill and be like, done.
And you're still probably not going to get as many. Nobody's going to watch it. You're still only going to get 200 views. But it looks sick. Like that's just my take on it, taking time to do this. And look, I saw here Manny, and welcome Manny and Chris Lane Senior, and there's a whole lot of people I haven't said hello to. So thanks for being here. Manny does the same thing with the Lily Pillies. Like takes time to put a video clip together, has a release, doesn't. Like, I'm sure he could put out so much more content, but I just think it makes stuff even more special. And Tommy's Story Hour, hello to you, says, miss you, Liz Aday.
Hi, Tommy. How are you? It's been ages. Miss you too, sweetheart. And happy birthday, belated. It's been a while.
So are you still going back to working with people? Because you do a lot of collaborations. Do you work the same way around each time? Is this a thing that everybody who sends you something that you just send back a song that is completely like from another planet?
Well, I'm going to start charging. What I'm talking about doing is putting up, not Fiverr, but there's a couple of other like more curated, like a bit less, for producers with credentials kind of a thing. I'm working on my profile for that. I just don't take every little thing because my time is very limited because I've got my fingers in so many things. We can't even get into it today. So I don't say yes to everything. But
good.
Yeah, well, you can't.
No.
You cannot. Anyway, but what I'm trying to say is, yes, I do say yes, and also I've been collaborating with new people, like my sync agent and the people that I've met from there, like David Asher, and he and I have branched off into another thing that I'm really excited about. And if you're a patron, you know about it. But there's a David Asher thing that's how do we call it? Cinematic, like dark wave, like ambient, emotional, very cool. Enjoy it, but it's not, it's just like bubbling under right now. So yes, I am working with other people, but just, I have to consider each project, as far as if I can do it or not.
Of course, and you should be charging people. Like I know, I can't speak for anybody else, but I paid you an amount of money. It wasn't everything, but and you didn't ask for it or anything like that. But
No.
Your work is incredible. I'll just put up your Bandcamp here. You can get the Got It song only at the moment on your Bandcamp, and Alone with a Ghost, which we are premiering to close the show today, and all of Liz's stuff. So all of this helps if you purchase music from Liz. And of course, we've mentioned it heaps of times. I'll tell you the best way to do a collaboration with Liz is join her Patreon for a good amount of money and hit her up. Is that a good idea or not?
Yes, it's a great idea. It's a fantastic idea.
I'm shilling so hard for Liz today because like I said at the top of the show, oh man, I've played with so many good musicians and they all have their quirks. I've not worked with anyone who's so easygoing and so creates such good stuff. Like you just create amazing music. I can't say how much of a fan I am. Well, it shows. I'm an ass licker. So join our Patreon. Where are we up to? We're 37 minutes into this schmozzle.
That's like a Liver and Shirley thing.
I'm going to play another track because we got a couple of premieres, and I actually want to fit something else in, right? Okay. Because you mentioned it earlier. I'm going to try and we'll do that. So we've got another premiere to play. I'm just going for it today because these interviews are great, but they're all about showcasing music at the same time. And let me find what I was going to play next. We're going to play Over the Edge. Do you want to tell us about this before?
Yeah, that's another David Asher thing. It was a brief for a sync opportunity. What happens is my agent will be like, oh, this is a high in demand vibe. And, this one was actually 90s inspired funk, rock, rap kind of a thing that in the brief mentioned Beastie Boys. And I'm like, oh, 90s Beastie Boys. I love that stuff. And I just wanted, I'm like, oh, I can do that too. I'm not just, like this guy, I can do that too. I mean, I like really have done, when people ask me what genre have you done or do you do? And I'm like, yes, I've just done it, and because I'm, I've been around the sun a fair few times, everybody, and I've been doing this since I was a child. So anyway, so I did it, and then and I showed it to my agent, and I gave him a demo, and he was like, "That's great aggression in the vocals. I need the lyrics to be more IDGAF," and I'm like, okay. And I, so then I told David, I'm like, you want to work with me on this one? And that was our first one that we worked on together. And he was like, yeah, but what does IDGAF mean? That was cute. And I told him. And then we took it there, and he went and did some wild stuff. And we'd been doing like WhatsApp. I mean, we hit it off on a human level. He's just a delight to know. I mean, all the guys and gals are in this project and my agent is just a blessing in my life. He's a wonderful person that allowed me to meet all these lovely people in sync and creators and stuff. And anyway, stop me. Use that sound of the buzzer because I could go on and on about it. But yeah. Sorry. But I gave him I did the rewrite with the vocal to make it less poetic and more IDGAF. And then David took it. He's like really good with drums and bass. He's a great bass player, and he went and just played this sick bass line on it and rearranged it and produced it with me. So it was a real collab. And this is what happened.
Yes, David Asher is an amazing engineer, musician. He's worked with Darren Daniluk and heaps of people from in this community. Many of you probably wouldn't even know he's had a hand in a lot of music, mastering, all this kind of stuff. He's super, super talented. And
Fun to work with.
I really should get him on the show at some point. Yes.
Oh, I would love to see that.
This is Over the Edge. Are you ready? Grab your ankles. Let's oge.
What's
And I want to punch walls to that song. How wild.
And somebody asked about the panda. Is that Phantom Panda? I think it said, but I'm like, no, it's my new mascot is menopausal panda.
Is that you?
Yeah. Who is it? Who else is it going to be? I mean, I'm all on my own here. I'm like, yeah, no, that's me. That's and I struggle. I'm like, I'm wearing hot pants and stuff. That's what I used to do on stage when I was young, you know. And I'm like, well, so I'm like, IDGAF. You know, are you still trying to figure out what that means?
Brad needs to know. He doesn't know what it means.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't Googled it, darling, but I don't give a fuck.
Brad, it's your life.
Sorry, Mum.
It's Brad. We did an experiment last night, Liz, for fun. Yeah. Remember when Brad was here, we did these rock and roll road shows where we talked about drugs and sex and stuff. I took the transcript from both those shows and put them into ChatGPT and said, can you give me an appraisal of what you think Brad example, who he is?
Oh, my goodness.
Good Lord, what it said about Brad. It was extremely accurate. It was very wild.
What I would like to do with that and take it a step further and go, okay, write me a song about that.
Well, yeah. That's next. Now, you mentioned another song. Hang on. Is it in? It's in your videos, isn't it?
Which what?
The one you said from June.
Oh no, I didn't add it. I didn't submit that because we were running short, and I was just like, I didn't want to. He said 6 songs, and I was like, oh, it's so hard, you know. I'm like, yeah.
That's all right. I thought it was in your list. I was going to play it.
No,
that's all good.
It's all right. It's just I don't even have a video. It's just in topic anyway. Yeah. It's like I released it on the 4th of July in Australia and America. It's about the inequality of wealth and the wealth.
So I can play it.
Oh, you can. Yeah, it's on YouTube, but I don't have a video. Yeah, because I haven't been making videos. I mean, I made that panda thing, the menopausal panda thing. I made that just on a whim, and I'm just healing from like an illness kind of situation where I'm and I'm like, that was a big ask for my body, to jump around, and that was like 6 takes to put together. So that one at the end, I'm like this. That was legit. I'm going to give my Patreon members a glimpse into what I'm actually saying when I'm doing, just like, and I'm like, I'm dead. I'm dying. I'm dead. Yeah. I think I just died. Yeah.
It's funny. I got the same thing. I got all those costumes for this new clip, and you can hear me with the audio on going, fuck, I'm so hot. Yeah. I can't wear this thing anymore. It's too much. It's way too much. And
it was a day that was like a fan force of it outside. I mean, we're getting summer really early in my area in Australia. Yeah. It's springtime here, but it was like 30 degrees Celsius at like 11 o'clock at night. It was, hot. During the day, it was just punishing. It was perfect bushfire weather. So
see, when I see that, like, obviously if you do this stuff, you know what's behind it. But when I talk about you as an artist, I talk about you as, when I was young, I always used to look at kids and go, why can't I be as cool as that person? And you're that to me, right? Because they were always weird and quirky.
And a complete dag. And
a complete dag, and that's it. But that was the secret. And I was like, how can I be a complete dag as well? Because like I'm already getting punched up for it. Why can't I be popular?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got punched up for it too. I mean, verbally, I didn't, they weren't, well, there were a couple incidents where, I was attacked. But I mean, I was a weirdo. I was a kid. I grew up in, I was just like really isolated, socially weird. And I didn't have many friends. And the ones that I did were really geeky and daggy. And but I was obsessed with Pat Benatar when I became like 13 years old or so. And so I went to high school dressed as her Get Nervous album cover one time.
If you go through your YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure there's like live gigs of you, isn't there? Is it? Or if I go through your YouTube channel and your videos, is there like old videos of you playing live? I'm pretty sure there is.
There's some still. We lost most of it when Facebook, because I did the majority of Cocktail Hour, like years of Cocktail Hour in lockdown and then some. It was about 4 years of that show. Yeah, in July they axed it all. So I mean, whatever's on YouTube that's all there is. Yeah, so there's stuff like that. And oh my God, that stupid Maryland stuff. Um, yeah.
But there's some gigs actually in venues, isn't there? I'm sure I've seen
In
you.
the live, there's a few. And then I did I think I uploaded like a COVID show that I had to phone in because I had COVID. And the one time I had COVID, it was, remember that, Drew? There was a song that came out of it and lots of little byproducts that came from that COVID show. But it was like a best of. And I think I have things like that uploaded. Uh, yeah. There's the Lime Fresh Boy on the Vegemite contest.
Yeah.
He looks a lot like my husband, that fella. And the kids used to tease him for that.
You love Vegemite, don't you?
Oh, I'm not a little bit Vegemite girl. I love Vegemite
Yes.
on I like it like slathered on. I wasn't going to say thick again because that's always like, oh, you know.
Is there a particular thing you like Vegemite with?
I like it with savory, like avocado and cheese and
Eggs?
Of course. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Love it with all just about everything. I use it as a marinade too. It's a nice marinade and make a soup base out of that. It's really salty. It's
It
really
is.
good for lots of different, it gives it a food dimension, but yeah, it's great on everything. Just savory.
And if you are in America or the UK and you've never had Vegemite, let me tell you the best way to have it, folks. Get a jar and get the biggest spoon you have and just put it in and just
Don't do it.
just do that. No, you'll thank me never, ever.
It's good for you.
It is good for you. That is the thing. It is, and it's a wartime food as well. It's amazing that it stood the test of time. I know we're talking about Vegemite, but and who thought we were going to go here? But it's funny that it's a wartime food. Yes.
This is where my husband wants his ashes to go.
Like after the war, people used Vegemite because they were poor, and it came from yeast extract from all the beer that Australians drink, and now if you don't eat Vegemite in Australia, you are condemned to hell for all eternity. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. Aw.
Oh, Diana has some in the fridge.
Yep. Well, it's been there for like a million years. I don't know if you've ever had. Did you ever have any of that, Mum? I don't know. But I have it when I'm there. But I mean, because it lasts forever. It's just like,
I'll tell you how when it doesn't last, right? I accidentally left a jar on my kitchen bench with the lid off for 3 days, and it was under a piece of paper, and I didn't know. And then when I went to scrape it out, it was incredibly hard. I was like, what's going on? I had to throw it out. But it keeps forever with the lid on. It really does. It's like toxic waste. It's amazing. It's so good.
It looks like toxic waste.
It does look like. And if you want to take baby steps into it, try Marmite first because that's a sweeter version of it. It's not as good. It's
different though.
It is different.
Yeah.
But it's like dipping your toe into the water of.
If you're a sweet person, I'm a savory.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I don't like my sweets.
Yeah.
But I am more of a savory. I'd rather do chips, and pizza for a binge. Yeah, I like a naughty treat than eclairs and stuff. Yeah, I've just always been that way. But I do love my sweets. And it's funny because that was like a tipping point for me that made me more of a sweet person was when Brian died, my fiance, in 2011. And I was going through that grief. And somebody introduced me to abusing ice cream for it. And I was just like, oh, yeah, this is working.
It is good ice cream, isn't it? It solves a lot of problems, ice cream.
Yeah.
Except weight.
Yeah, there was that little side effect, but.
We are going to ask this question, and then we're going to close up. There's so much more we could always talk about on these shows. But we'll keep that to our private conversations. So, what do you see? I'm not going to go too far. What's the next 3 to 6 months look like for you?
Just putting my eggs in baskets and networking and. I've got a lot of music to produce. I've already done an EP for my sync agent to pitch for me as a forward-facing artist, and it's really specific. Like the Odetta individuality. That's a part of it, and that anyway. then there's just like a variety of different genres, which suits me fine. I don't care because, I'm into whatever floats my boat. I like music. So I love that freedom. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to continue to look for opportunities to fund me to continue to do what I'm doing, because I really don't want to quit and just go, teach. I'd rather not. That would really make me sad. Not that I don't like teaching. It's just it would take all the wind out of me, and yeah, it takes a lot of energy, extra energy for me to mask to be normal and do a normal job, if that makes sense. And
Teaching's hard. It's
yeah.
really hard. Yeah, because you got to have enough in the tank.
Yeah, to give. And if your cup's empty, like I was doing it when my husband was in ICU with the same thing that killed Brian. He had a 6-hour craniotomy, like right before I was supposed to start teaching at the school. And I went in there, and I was just like, yeah, I'm fine. My husband was like in ICU. It's like he had a brain like pulled out and everything. So yeah, it's difficult. And it takes a lot of energy. I mean, that was a really, really particularly bad time. But, anything that pops up, like if you're unwell, you've got the migraines, so you've got to put all that away and deal with the public.
I honestly don't know how you are able to put out so much quality stuff. Like, it blows my mind for all the stuff that, you're going through and financial stuff and all that. It just, I guess the only answer is it's kind of what you do, isn't it?
It's what I love to do. And that's why I'm just like, why not do, let's carve out a lane for you that doesn't involve, because I spent most of my career either doing, pretty much most of my life, I was writing things and doing like my passion projects, but then it was being funded by doing cover shows. And, or there was that time in the late 90s, early noughts where I was making a salary from my ASCAP checks. I'm still with American PRO. So, I mean, I don't think I'm going to switch, but I might, switch to APRA or something. But yeah.
Now, we're going to close with a song called Alone with a Ghost. What's the story of this? Because I recall this being, is this a different song?
It was a different song. It was one that you liked and you sang.
It's one of my favorite songs. Am I going to like this one as much?
I don't know. It's a totally different song. It was, I mean, I did keep the changes in the key and the BPM. And my idea was last year I was going to remix it for Halloween to go alongside Monstrosity so that it could be ignored as much as Monstrosity was. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know why. But then I was just like, nah, I've already done Monstrosity. That's done. But this year I'm like, let's do a Halloween song. Let's remix Alone with My Ghost was the name of it. It was more about me being in the rain, crying in the rain, being depressed and going through things and feelings and stuff like that. But then I put it in my DAW and I was like, oh my God, no, you could do better. So I changed it a lot, and David Asher mastered it for me, and I kept it simple, and but I just followed it, what it wanted me to say now, as you know, now that I've been writing so much that I've been growing too, so I grew into a new, I don't know, it's just needed to happen this way.
I'm so excited. But before we do it, on the other interviews, we have the question of like, when's the best time for people to start making music? And it's the same answer every fucking time. But for this one, we do something a little bit different. Liz Aday, if you were stuck on a desert island and you didn't have a soccer ball named Wilson to get you through the tough times, which album would you want to have to listen on your imaginary CD player?
That's tough, but I'm going to say off the top of my head, Portishead, the live from Roseland Ballroom, New York City.
What a good album. I don't think you'd ever get sick of that.
Yeah, no, I listen to that a lot. It's good, but it's hard. It was a toss up between that and like greatest hits of like Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday. You know, I'm like,
Oh, that's good too.
yeah,
Do you think you'd do all right on a desert island
Yes.
with no things to help you get through? Would you be able to climb a coconut tree?
yeah, I think I could
I think you could too.
with a panda mask on in the heat.
And hot pants.
Yeah, and hot pants. Oh, of course, hot pants. Yeah.
Of course. Folks, Liz Aday is completely funded by her supporters. 100%. I know I've gone over this over and over again, but that is the way. And that is how many really, really talented artists are doing it these days. She has a Bandcamp that is linked in the description below. You can get all her music and support her this way financially, or you can do the best option, which is joining her Patreon and being
Thank you, Justine. Sorry, but welcome to my Patreon, Justine. Thank you, darling. I love you. I mean, unconditionally, but thank you.
Thank you, Justine. But you will be inundated with amazing stuff on Liz's Patreon. There is just so much. You'll be up to date with all the projects she's working on, sync licensing, video clips before they come out. She gives everything to this Patreon. It is just absolutely worth every goddamn cent, right?
I have to laugh every time you scroll through that, and I can see my Schoolhouse Rock. I'm doing a Schoolhouse Rock version of Truth Yelling is what I call it. It's like pop music. Just reading HR1, the Big Beautiful Bill, and just reading it. I'm singing it and just talking about what it does, like breaking it down. It's unbiased. It's just dry facts, but it's a Schoolhouse Rock thing. But it's not under Liz Aday. If you want to find out about it, you have to join Patreon. There's no other way.
Absolutely. And you look, it's just a treat to have such a lot of content, a lot of stuff come your way. Because, a lot of people expect that, and you don't always get that from Patreons. I'm a part of Patreons where I get literally nothing. And sometimes I think, well, something would be good every now and again. Just a hello, like that you're still alive.
But there are people that I follow. I mean, I'm unable to, I had to stop paying for Patreon recently because I was like, okay, how am I going to make rent this week? In fact, I was going to sell this Calvin Klein dress, but it cost too much to ship it. So anyway, I got a gig through one of my peers, and that saw me through. But what I was saying was I still follow, but there's people that I follow that I love and I believe in that don't do anything at all with their Patreon. And I was proud to be the one paying member that was still there. But I was like, I'm sorry, I've got to jump off. Yeah. I love you. And I will get back on when things get on track. But yeah, I had to do that with you, and you give a lot. You give a lot. So I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about somebody else.
Folks, I need to tell you what's coming up here on the channel. Tomorrow is a very exciting show. I don't do these shows very often. I have never actually ever done an unboxing of a guitar. But tomorrow I'm unboxing my brand new guitar. And let me tell you, I'll be completely honest. I've already unboxed it and been playing it for 2 days. I've already broken a string on it. That's how much I've been playing it. But we're going to rebox it and reopen it because, who knows? Maybe artists will sponsor me going forward. You never know. And this is take the chances. Put something out there that hopefully pays off. And following this show directly tomorrow, I'm going to be taking a look at all things Tonex. So we're doing a big guitar double episode tomorrow covering the Tonex pedals, the Tonex One, the Tonex software, even Bluetooth devices. And because IK Multimedia are amazing sponsors of this channel, they send me heaps of gear to show you guys. So we'll be doing that. And the last thing I wanted to quickly say, we're doing a creative hour this weekend where last week I tried to take one of my songs and put it in Suno AI and see if it would turn it into something better than what I'd written. And guess what? It fucking didn't. So this week I'm going to rewrite the song myself with my brand new guitar. And let's see if I can write a better song with my own song than bloody Suno. Because of course you can. Because as they say, right? All right, let's do this. Let's get everything done. We are closing out with another premiere. We've had 2 already, and this is Alone with a Ghost. Please stay on the line, Liz, so I can say goodbye to you once this is over. Anything you'd like to say before we say goodbye?
Oh, just thanks for being here. And Jade, thank you for rattling my cage. I want to let you know it pushed me outside of my comfort zone. I haven't been feeling well. I've been going through some stuff. And grief is part of it. This song is me expressing some of that. I just lost somebody I really, really love. And I, in America, which is hard, Anyway, I'm so far from the family right now. And so this is me expressing that. And I just want to thank you for pushing me outside of outside of my isolation and you also got me to make a couple of videos. So thanks.
Thank you so much for not only great music, for being an awesome friend. I love so much. Folks,
likewise, babes.
Please
likewise.
Go and support my dear friend. She's just phenomenal. I can't say any more. And it would be, you'd touch my heart by supporting her way before me, right? So let's do this. This is Alone with a Ghost, and I'm sure it's going to be sick. I can't wait. I'm watching this all with you for the first time. Do the things that make you happy, folks. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together, and Donald Trump is a... See, I didn't even say it. All right, let's do it. Oja.
It's strange and something's amiss. Mysteriously whispering, kicking up dust. Ashes to ashes, time an unfeeling thief. It seems tears disguised through rainy skies, cry uniquely for an untethered soul, amiss, adrift, alone. Haunted, haunted, reverie, longing, longing, consuming. Are we alive or only a host? Are we drifting alone? Alone with the ghost. Alone with the ghost. Alone with the ghost. Strange that I think familiar. The mind, how it can be a trickster.